Hi, my name is Reed Greenman, and I live in Virginia Beach, and I am a concerned citizen. Behind me is light rail. This is where it stops, and this is where it should stop. As we zoom around here to the right, we're standing next to Newtown Road, and as you look down these train tracks, that's our city, the city of Virginia Beach. But those train tracks will have to be removed and much more expensive train tracks installed in order for this tax-consuming monster to be extended into our city. If you come back and look at light rail, ask yourself, why are we even talking about building light rail? In order to get federal funding, we had to pay for a study for light rail. $6.6 million was spent. This is the executive summary from the study itself. Why are we building light rail? The study itself says that the purpose and need for the project is to support the City of Virginia Beach's plans to limit suburban-style growth and development. What is wrong with suburban development? That's what makes Virginia Beach a wonderful place to live. Virginia Beach is fine without light rail. The next question, that it was supposed to improve transportation and transit system efficiency and something called intermodal connectivity. Intermodal is a fancy word that means you move from one type of transit system to another. For example, a bus to a car or a car to a train. We were told on a referendum question in 2012 that light rail would reduce traffic congestion. It would be good for the environment by improving air quality, and that it would create economic development in the form of something called transit-oriented development. That's a fancy word for building a city along the train tracks. In 2012, with all the other things we voted for, a political action committee was formed. Nearly $500,000 was raised from special interest. That political action campaign, they ran ads on the television and on the radio, and they told voters, vote yes to study light rail. But that's not what the ballot question said. The ballot question said, build light rail with all reasonable efforts. Well, there's nothing reasonable about building this light rail in Virginia Beach. So we were supposed to reduce traffic congestion. What did the $6.6 million study say? Traffic conditions are expected to worsen in the future. The build alternatives would not be expected to directly decrease congestion on area roadways from current levels. So it doesn't reduce traffic congestion. Okay. What about that economic development that's supposed to make taxes lower for the citizens of Virginia Beach? What does the study say about that? Right here, under the economic development section, the build alternatives are not expected to directly create development within the corridor, that same rail area that we talked about. How much money are we talking about? We're talking about over $300 million to build a 3.4 mile train from where I'm standing today to town center. But if that train is extended all the way to the ocean front, which is what the plan is, we're talking about $1.3 billion. Folks, we can't afford that. We have a shortfall on our budget. We're already taxed enough. Do you want to be taxed more to pay for this? It doesn't do any of the things you were told it would do. Now that the study is completed, we need another referendum. And this time we need to let City Council know we don't want our money spent on this. When I was reading the study, Hampton Roads Transit puts out a lot of information. That's the company that runs light rail and runs the buses in our area. And one of the statistics I found, which is not in the study, is this amazing number. Hampton Roads Transit reports that it costs them $81.63 per hour to run all the buses in the entire region. But at the same time, it costs $314 to pay for every hour of light rail. Folks, that's crazy. If you want to reduce traffic congestion and get more people using mass transit, light rail is not the right solution for that. So now the question that I have to ask you is this. You're going to have a chance to vote on this. It doesn't do any of the things that we were told that it would do. It doesn't offer those things. And here's the kicker. If you live in Virginia Beach, it's already increased your taxes. City Council has voted to spend $20 million to purchase light rail cars for a train they haven't even voted to build. So you're already paying for this. The last and final point, who pays to ride the train? We've been talking about the cost to build it, but every year, year after year, the local city government subsidizes the cost of every person riding the train. They pay $1.50, but the ride costs $8.50. Who pays the difference? You do, the person not riding the train. In its best case scenario, it's projected to get 5,500 riders a day. That does nothing to reduce traffic congestion, but it does a lot to increase your taxes. Please vote no.